Hello, my name is Anna, and this is my Have Matt Will Travel YouTube channel, and another installment on the various products that I have found work great for me, for my constitution, for my skin type, my digestion type. And this video is about the beauty from the outside in, the kinds of products that work for me. Now, I am a Vata-Pitta, mostly constitution type, mostly Vata rather than Pitta. And I have what I thought for a while very dry skin, but I think that was because my Vata was very aggravated and I was really out of balance for a long time with the vegetarianism, and my skin did feel very dry for years and years, especially in the winter time. I live in a climate where it gets very dry. And I would get these patches on my arm and face that were really rough, and I felt like almost leprous skin. I hated it. And then I learned through my yoga studies about Ayurveda, and life changed for the better significantly. And so I wanted to share with you sort of a Vata balancing routine that I have developed for myself. And then you can, if you're not a Vata, or if you're more of a Pitta or a Kapha person, you can go online and research more about what works for your constitution type. Or visit my website, it has a lot of information about Ayurveda and doshas and all of those other things on there. Now, as I already mentioned in my other video blog about internal things that I do for myself, oil is the #1 thing that keeps me moisturized from the inside. Same thing applies to the skin on the outside. Oil, 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 and oil. I like all sorts of oils. These kinds of oils are great for skin. This brand, Acacia Sesame Oil, and I use this in the winter time especially to massage all over my body after a bath or a shower. They also make almond or other kinds of oils. These two are my favorites. What I like about them is that they're very light. They're unfiltered, but they're very light. They absorb instantly. They don't smell. I can't stand strong smells of any kind. It gives me a headache. Another Vata thing, I think. They are not greasy in any way. I don't even have to wash my hands after I'm done applying them. And the dry skin problem is completely gone. I think I don't have dry skin anymore. I have normal skin with occasional dryness depending on climate. Castor oil, by the way, is another great thing. I don't use it all that much. I don't know why. It's very sticky, but occasionally if I feel kind of sore after doing too much yoga or gardening a lot or physical activities, I would put it on the sore muscles and take a bath right in it. And when I take a bath, I use bath salts like this for pain relief or relaxation, and they work in conjunction with the castor oil. They work as well as a massage and cost a lot less and don't take that much time to do. So oiling my body, taking a bath while being all oiled up in the winter time is a wonderful way to stay moisturized on the outside. Goodbye dry skin patches. For my hair, I also like oil. I like this jojoba, I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to pronounce this oil. And when I go to the spa or have a little spa day for myself, I would just put it on dry hair, right onto the scalp and all the way down through the roots. And I would leave it there for as long as possible. And then when I shampoo it out, my hair is soft and silky and my scalp is moisturized. And again, it doesn't smell, it's not greasy, it's not sticky. It's wonderful oil to use on hair and scalp and skin in general. Another thing I eliminated is washing my face in the morning. I used to wash my face twice a day because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. But then after a little research, I stopped using any kind of soap or products for my face at all. I also use oil to cleanse my face. I really like DHC product, but it's very expensive for me anyway. And so I found the substitute online. This other Japanese product you can get it on Amazon, cleansing oil, face cleansing oil. And for exfoliation, I take oat flour, finely ground oat flour. I keep it in a little pot like this, and I would put some of it onto the palm of my hand. Then I would squirt a couple of squirts of the oil, mix it up, and then would gently rub it into my face, and the oil extracts all the dirt. The oat flour is very, very nice. It's not gritty like some of the scrubs for the face. I can't believe that people would scrub their face with that. Salt or husks of walnuts. It scratches your face. It makes your pores produce even more sebum and spreads all sorts of unsightly bumps on the face. I would not recommend using that on the face, especially if you have normal to dry skin, or even if you have oily skin. I really don't see the need. For stronger exfoliation, I like to do gentle exfoliating masks. This one by Dermalogica is a favorite of mine, Gentle Cream Exfoliant. It's a completely non-irritating, and it dissolves on the surface of the skin all of those dead cells and pore clogging debris. For a little stronger exfoliation, I use acid. A little splurge from DHC is this HAA Renewing Acid cream that I like at night for a little extra exfoliation. If I feel that my skin is particularly dull, I would use this. And this is amazing, amazing stuff. I don't have money to go to dermatologist, cosmetologist, or time for that matter. I researched about this. This is 35% very strong. I've built my tolerance for this over a period of time. I started with 10% and then worked my way up. I wouldn't go any stronger than that for my skin. If you have sensitive skin, or if you're unsure, do get a consultation from a dermatologist. But you can get this stuff online pretty inexpensively, and it lasts forever and ever. Glycolic acid gel peel. It plumps the skin. You must make sure that you don't touch your face or scratch your face in any way for at least a day or two after using this, because it thins out the top layer quite significantly. So I try and do this before bed and make sure that I don't scratch my face whatsoever at all. Also wouldn't recommend using these strong peels in the summertime, because that makes your face very susceptible to sun. And I would do this at the end of the winter when my skin feels particularly dull, and I would just brighten up my complexion and make sure I wear sunscreen. Now with sunscreen, I have a big gripe with the manufacturers. Would you please stop putting parabens into sunscreens? I'm begging you. Really, I think we can all move on past that as a society. I find it very difficult to find sunscreen with a high enough SPF for me that doesn't have them. But I'm here to share some of the things that I did find. Juice Organics has an SPF 30. It's a light tint moisturizer. And I absolutely love this stuff because it replaces foundation, it is a sunscreen, and it is a moisturizer. So I get 3 products in one with this. And I absolutely love it. It's not oil-free, so if you have particularly oily skin, tough luck. I like it for my normal to dry skin. It does leave my face with a little bit of a sheen. When I squirt it out, it looks a little pasty, and when I apply it to skin, especially if there's a little left of it, it tends to dry out or something. I don't know, it changes consistency towards the end once I use most of the product up, and it becomes really thick. But I rub it into my hands and then I apply it to my face. It looks a little pasty the first minute or so, but then it melts into the skin and it leaves my skin very glowing. To take away some of the shine, if I feel it made me particularly shiny, which sometimes it does, I just dust a little bit of mineral powder on top of it, and it sets wonderfully and works very well, stays on my face. SPF 30 with no parabens. I just hope that they never stop making this stuff. For battling the damaging effects of the sun, I like vitamin C serums. This is the one I use currently, and I like this. I think I'm on my 3rd bottle, and I would buy this again. It absorbs instantly, it's wonderfully moisturizing without any greasy feel, and I use it especially in the summertime when I'm out in the sun. I've taken to wearing a hat every time I go outside. I have one by the back door when I'm gardening, and I have several hats for different uses. One for the pool that was super cheap, so I don't have to worry about ruining it, and I have a couple of nice ones that I like to wear just out and about. So after I've exfoliated and moisturized, I also like to add a little bit more oil products on my face, and I like rosehip oil a lot lately. This Our Acacia brand rosehip oil, again, is very nice. It's not greasy, it doesn't clog pores, and after I've done a peel, an acid peel or a mask, I would apply that, and I wake up in the morning looking 10 years younger. It's best to keep these kinds of oils in the refrigerator. They last longer because they tend to go rancid rather quickly, especially in a hot bathroom environment. For night creams, I just buy inexpensive organic creams at Whole Foods. Currently I'm using one by Alba Botanica. I like this, even advanced night cream, C-renewal, whatever, as long as it doesn't have parabens that I sleep with on my face. If you have money, it's not an issue for you. This Pamega stuff, I got it on sale accidentally for 20 bucks, which would probably be the most I'd ever spend on a face cream or product of any kind. But oh my god, this stuff is absolutely magic elixir for the skin. It's for eyes. I use it everywhere on my face, again after a mask when I feel particularly dry, or after exposure to sun or something like that. It's wonderful stuff. Another thing that I found that I've enjoyed using is Herbal Mineral Oromare. And this is a rejuvenating mud bath and mask, and Ayurvedic formula. Now I just stumbled upon this product myself accidentally, just shopping online. And this is a wonderful, wonderful product. You get this whole big jar. I don't remember how much it cost. It wasn't that much. And I do find that for the face, it's a little bit drying for me in the winter time. But in the summertime, it's quite fine. It's wonderful for exfoliating your entire body. Just mix it with a little bit of water and rub it on. The only problem with it is that it's messy, and I do it in my clawfoot tub where there is easy cleanup afterwards. I keep forgetting to put on gloves on my hands because it gets under the fingernails and into the cuticles, and my hands look like I've been digging in the dirt, because that's basically, I guess, what it is, and it's hard to get out. But I really like the way the skin feels after that. And so if you don't have super dry skin, I think you would love it a lot. I've also taken to moisturizing my nails and skin on my body lately, just because, you know, I'm not as young as I used to be, and I decided I was going to take care of my skin a little bit more now that I am in my late 30s. So I use a cuticle balm and a paraben-free whole body moisturizer after exfoliating. I really like exfoliating with a body brush. And you do this on dry skin, and you would just do sweeping upward strokes for stimulating the lymph in the body and immunity. I find that if I'm getting sick, or I feel a little bit off, or somebody in my family is sick, that I do this upward strokes all over my body, and it really does stimulate the immune system wonderfully. I do this before a bath or a shower, and then I would use a loofah to slough off the rest of the the skin. Downward moving strokes would be great for detoxifying. So if you're doing an intestinal detox or any kind of cleanse, you could do this downward strokes like this to help with eliminations of toxins, because skin is our largest organ and it's our first line of defense, and we need to take good care of it. So that's about it as far as beauty on the outside. I don't really use a lot of makeup. I especially don't like using foundation because I don't really believe that it's non-pore clogging. Again, here we go to beliefs. Every time I use it, my skin gets all clogged up. Occasionally though, if I have a special event to attend, or I'm going out at night and I want my skin to look absolutely perfect, I would use this with just the tiniest drop of foundation, and I would mix them together and then dust my face with powder, and that gives my face a little bit more coverage if I need it. But generally, because of the diet, because of the regular cleanse, because of all the oil, my skin is not a problem at all. Occasionally I would use a little mascara, little lip gloss. By the way, I've taken to using eye cream on my lips, and I really like the way that feels. It plumps and hydrates the lips wonderfully. And I do believe on making myself look presentable when I am even in the house all by myself, just for me, because feeling good about myself is an important part of, I feel, a healthy and balanced life. There's really no need to let myself go. I feel like if I'm well taken care of, then I have the energy, emotional and physical energy and resources to take care of those around me, my family, my children, my husband, and my yoga clients who need me to be in a very good place physically, mentally, and emotionally in order for me to help them recharge and restore themselves. So taking care of yourself on the inside and on the outside is not selfish. It is an essential part of our being productive human beings, of being a positive presence for others, so that we can be the best we can be and achieve our full potential. And that's what I wish for all of you. Thanks for watching. Namaste.